Secret negotiations are taking place in Abu Dhabi. U.S. Army Secretary Dan Driscoll arrived there to meet with Russian officials. NBC News reported this, citing 2 American officials and 2 diplomatic sources. According to the Financial Times, negotiations between the American and Russian delegations began on the evening of Monday, November 24th. They are expected to continue on Tuesday as well. The composition of the Russian delegation is unknown, note journalists from the Financial Times and NBC News. At the same time, it is known that the Ukrainian representative whom Driscoll will meet is the head of the GUR, Kyrylo Budanov. The U.S. Army Secretary made a very good impression on Trump. Driscoll is a classmate of U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, has combat experience, served in the Army for more than 3 years, and was deployed to Iraq. Military expert Taras Berezovets notes that Trump's new negotiator has decent prospects in American politics. However, his star could fade just as quickly as it rose.
Driscoll rose to prominence very quickly. Moreover, even before achieving anything, he has already received a promotion. Trump appointed him as the new special representative to promote the peace plan. He is also referred to at Harvard as someone who doesn't have the slightest idea about Ukraine and Russia, who, so to speak, understands nothing about the history of the 2 countries, and for the most part doesn't understand the reasons for this war. Moreover, there is already a steady, I would say, negative attitude toward him from the European allies, primarily because of his communication style. Well, he's also called a bad guy, a bad cop.
The U.S. peace plan of 28 points, which Dan Driscoll brought to Kyiv after negotiations in Geneva, has undergone significant changes. According to journalists, sensitive issues for Ukraine were removed from it, such as the size of the Ukrainian armed forces and the ban on stationing NATO troops in the country. A statement published by the White House said that after discussions in Geneva, U.S. and Ukrainian officials developed an updated and refined peace plan. Notably, the Russians were not invited to the negotiations in Geneva.